Okay, here to talk about the types of human tissue. As you can see, there are four types of human tissue. They are connective, epithelial, nervous, and muscle. So these are the four types of human tissues I'll be talking about. Again, connective, epithelial, muscle, and nervous. So these tissues are very important and everything for the health, well-being, and survival of human beings. And all these tissues, because we know what tissues are actually a conglomerate and a collection of cells. So a whole bunch of cells make tissues. So, and all these tissues have different functions to help us survive. So again, here are the four again: epithelial, connective, muscle, nervous. All right, so let's talk about connective tissues first. It's found everywhere in the body, includes most of the abundant and widely distributed tissues there. Functions, binds body tissues together. It's of course connective, supports the body and provides protection. So connective tissue is very important, as with the rest of the tissues. And again, like I said, they all have their different functions and roles to play in the body. Connective tissue simply, again, like I said, connects, supports, binds, or separates other tissues and organs. Examples of connective tissues includes cartilage, bone, collagen fibers, elastic fibers, blood. Yeah, blood is a part of connective tissue actually. The lymphatic, adipose is basically just when you talk about like adipose tissue, it's pretty much talking about fat. All right, bone marrow and lymphoid tissue. So those are all underneath the umbrella of connective tissue. So again, just some pictures here of adipose, blood, bone. So these are examples again of connective tissues. Again, that's found in just different parts, okay, of the body. Now we have epithelial. I'm not going to get too detailed or anything, but these are the different kinds of epithelial tissues that we have: the simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar, transitional, and then we have stratified. Where that we have different strata, okay, and then stratified cuboidal. We call them cuboidal because they're kind of more of a cube shape and whatnot there. So that's the epithelial, and again, epithelial tissues are widespread throughout the body. They form the covering of all body surfaces, line body cavity, and hollow organs, and are major tissues and glands. You have the muscle tissues there, so I'm sure you're probably familiar with these, particularly, of course, the skeletal muscle. You know, and that's what when we think of muscles, we think of, okay, you know, skeletal muscle. You know, the deltoid, the biceps, and the triceps, and the quads, and the hamstrings, and so on and so forth. However, there are smooth muscles, and the smooth muscles actually play a role in the digestive system and the circulatory system in terms of moving food along, say like here, the esophagus, the intestinal tract. There are muscles or anything that contracts, okay, these parts of the body to induce what we call peristalsis, to move the food around. And then, of course, you have cardiac muscle tissue, and that's, of course, involved with the heart. So again, three different types of muscle tissue. You got smooth, cardiac, and skeletal. Again, yet again, the three. All right, the skeletal, of course, is what we're most familiar with because that's what we see. You know, when you go and work out in the gym, you're trying to develop your skeletal muscles. But of course, when you're doing more so aerobic type of things, you're developing your cardiac muscles as well. So this is kind of like a little picture what they look like: skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. But again, they're doing the same pretty much function in terms of contracting. And you might wonder, well, what's this? This is simply just the nucleus. All eukaryotic cells have a nucleus, so that's just the nucleus of each cell. And again, this is actual doing some, I don't want to say not some histopathology or anything, but it's a histology of what they look like. So this is actually an actual picture of a skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. Got the nervous tissue found in the brain, spinal cord, and all throughout the body, responsible for coordinating and controlling many of the body activities in the nervous system. And the neurons and the nerves, of course, so these guys are actually cells. Of course, they have a nucleus and all the organelles associated with eukaryotic cells, such as mitochondria, lysosome, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and things like that. And again, they just carry electrical impulses throughout the body to contract the muscles or do different things to help us survive. And again, composed of two types of neurons. All right, their main function is to transmit impulses throughout the body. And you also have some support cells that play a role in helping out the nervous system. All right, and these are just some videos there. I'm not going to show those there, but that wraps it up. Thank you.